Today on Trend, Rest House teaches us how to get a good night's sleep. Dustin shows us the newest innovations in window coverings. And I'll show you how to create the perfect fireplace setting in my own home.
Ingrid, this property that you've brought us to today is so amazing. It's very park-like and it almost has its own lifestyle to it.
And Amy, Arbutus Ridge is one of those extraordinary communities positioned here on beautiful Vancouver Island, just a short distance away from Victoria. It took us less than 40 minutes to drive up from the city. And it just offers such a unique gated community of extraordinary homes with just the focus on lifestyle and all that the supernatural British Columbia and island living is really all about.
I think that every day I would feel like I'm on vacation if I lived here. It's just so calm and serene.
And that's really what this approach was all about back in the early 90s when they designed, based on some of the similar type of community lifestyle living throughout North America, specifically maybe California, Palm Desert, Arizona. This is really unique to Victoria and Vancouver Island. And that focus of resort style living where every day, you know, you can wake up and book your golf tee time or have that tennis match, relax in the afternoon by the outdoor pool. Or if more of your focus is activities, there's an array of different options that the community has really created from the workshop area to all sorts of, you know, bridge and card games and just a whole host of everything that could fill your everyday lifestyle here at Arbutus Ridge.
And not just that, it's so close to other amenities right outside the gate as well.
And that is one of, I think, the key areas that has really become the focus on the beauty of the Cowichan Valley. So along with all of the local wineries, the valley is very well known for farmers markets where you can get just an array of organic grown vegetables and local meats. And the access to just this whole lifestyle concept, I think it's really evolved in this last 5+ years. And attracting a lot of attention from especially those buyers that are coming from outside of the island, seeking that serene, beautiful West Coast lifestyle. And I think this unique offering where you can have that day-to-day resort feel, or you can also jump on your boat down at the marina. You are front and center of some of the most beautiful sailing and boating in all of the Southern Gulf Islands with just so many spots to explore. I don't think you'd ever run out of time. And so this home is one of the few that is actually the newer construction. As I mentioned, most were created in the 90s with now a new demographic coming in, a lot of renovations happening on those older homes. But this one built 2015 just to extraordinary standards and has a little bit of a different feel here with some of the more traditional California style. This one offers some really beautiful fir post and beam, cathedral entrance, and just gives you that West Coast resort feel when you walk in. And I'd love to give you a tour.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Ingrid, I love the layout of this home. I love that the primary living is on the main space, and then you still have downstairs.
And that was a very thoughtful design with this custom-built home, having that everyday livable space with a large open entertaining style rooms, and just that focus on light and the viewscapes out to the golf course that we can see from the kitchen and this main living area here. And just the serenity of the primary bedroom too, capturing all of that beautiful east exposures. The sunrises will just definitely inspire you every morning.
How many bedrooms and bathrooms are there in this space?
And this is a beautiful layout with 3 very spacious bedrooms, 4 very luxurious style bathrooms, including a a spa style off the primary that really gives you that, again, that feeling of being away at a resort every day, a beautiful walk-in shower, and wait till you see the tiger marble walls. It's absolutely stunning.
And I love all the closet space in there because it is beautiful as it is, it's also extremely functional. So you can have the his and hers and everybody has room for their stuff.
And Amy, as you know too, that's really becoming very important for today's design. Whether it's a younger buyer, an older demographic, everybody still enjoys having that large storage space, whether it's walk-in closets or additional areas down below within this home. You've got an extraordinary amount of not only lower storage space, but also room for all of your lifestyle toys, whether it's kayaks, canoes, your bicycles. Really just, there's nothing that this home can't fit for everyone to enjoy. And whether that's, again, a couple that are in their retirement years or one that has extended family, whether that's grandchildren or regular guests visiting, that whole lower level is almost a separate area and just a beautiful way to entertain and enjoy all that the resort style offers you here at Arbutus Ridge.
Ingrid, I think that this property really has it all.
Oh, Amy, thanks so much for coming, and I'm so glad that you had your getaway at Arbutus Ridge.
Chris, this is an exciting day because I get to visit you at the new location of Rest House, and I just love you guys and visiting with you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just opened up at Uptown here in May, and we're really excited. You know, a much bigger amount of people to see, you know, our wares and teach people how to get a good night's sleep.
And all this space to really display everything it is that you represent.
Yeah, well, what we've done is we tried to make it so that we've got, you know, not too many options, but enough to be able to satisfy everybody. Obviously, with the way that we do our product and our line, it's all about customization and, and trying to find a way to be more accurate than sort of this, you know, one-size-fits-all mattress or bedding approach. Yeah.
Well, and you know me, I kind of like making things beautiful and turning a room into a sanctuary, all of that. But there's so much more to the bedding than just having a beautiful bedroom.
Well, it's almost like emotional and physical, right? So it's like if you have a room that's calming and peaceful, it's beneficial. But there's more about the structure of the actual sleep. So we find that majority of conversations that people have is around how am I going to find you the right mattress or pillow, and that really comes down to what's happening for the first hour. You know, once you actually get into your deepest of sleeps, there's a lot of collapsing and pretzeling and slobbering and brain stopping. So we I know, we really work on you know, trying to find the way that a body can stay still, rested, and we do a lot of that with our cocoon body pillows, which is something that has kind of gone viral on us, you know, really focusing on the structure of a body.
And it kind of helps keep you in place, and you're able to fit it so that it suits the right body as well.
Well, exactly. We've actually, over the years, we've designed actually 9 of them, so they come in different lengths, different widths, and also different sizes for different people, right? So you've got someone who's 5'1", they can't get the same product as someone who's 6'8". So it's almost like writing a prescription. We've kind of figured out how it's not all about the mattress. The industry is so obsessed with talking about a mattress, but we don't stay still. So what do you do to make that a lot better, right? So
and so many components. One of my favorite things is my pillow. And I mean, we see here all the different choices. You can take foam out, add foam. Everybody's so different.
Yeah, well, what's inside, like our 2 main pillows, when we first started, we started with 25 pillows, right?
Oh, wow.
And over the last 5 years, we've narrowed it down to 2. Because if you can't actually manipulate a pillow, then you're sort of, it's this racing game between how heavy is my head to compress the pillow, and it starts to become inconsistent quite quickly. Right? So with these pillows, one's made out of shredded rubber and the other's made out of wool. Rubber is from the sap of the rubber tree, totally organic. And what we do is we actually have them come overstuffed, and then we take the fill out to be able to get it to the place where you need for your neck support, because our heads are really heavy. So there's not a lot of pillows that can actually handle that constant abuse. Right? So what we do is we bring them down to the right level, and then you can modify and change it over time. One of the few pillows we've ever experienced that you can actually be perfect for the back and perfect for the side, because they're very manipulatable.
And everybody sleeps on different sides, or their back, or their stomach, or those sorts of things.
Well, one of the biggest things that happens is when you sleep on your side, there's this thing happens where your top leg goes over top of the bottom leg, and then the shoulder rolls forward. And when that happens, the neck tilts. So there's really no way to, how can the pillow be consistent, which is why a lot of people are folding their pillows in half, or they're squishing them, or just continuously buying new ones, which that's not a good thing, especially if you're buying a natural, because the whole off-gassing and where you're breathing, right? So that's where the natural part really kicks in.
Well, and I think that's what people need to do. They just need to come down to your new location, and you can give them the whole spiel and help them figure out what's the right fit for them.
Well, we will definitely guarantee to make your sleep better. It's what we're good at, and we love doing it.
There's so many intricate projects that went into this home. One of my very favorites is the fireplace in the living room. It's a dream cast concrete. What they actually did was cast the various different pieces at a business in Vancouver. We chose the color, the style. I chose something that's called the Tory. It's very modern, clean lines, but it's heavy enough that it really anchored the space, and it's become the focal point of the room. With the open concept around us, you can see it from every angle, and it's different than the other fireplace on the other side of the space. I chose a darker London fog stain to tie in with the darker sofa. It has a more mature, sophisticated feel to it in this room. This piece really did turn out a dream. Dustin, it's so great to be here in the showroom with you.
Thank you for coming.
I love coming to visit because you guys are the experts and you've been in the business for so long. You just know everything that's going on with window coverings.
Well, we do try. I mean, we have brought on a lot of brands over the years. It's been 30 years now of budget blinds being in the marketplace.
That's
and in that time, I've seen a lot of changes since I've been here. We have our own private label products with our exclusive warranties. We also have the national brands such as Lutron and Hunter Douglas. So now at this point, we're really carrying just about everything for everyone.
And what have you seen in the changes over that time? Because there's a lot that goes on.
There is, yeah. I mean, obviously the new innovations of automation, you know, integrating with things like Apple HomeKit and Siri and Google and Alexa and other home automation integrations. Also a lot of cordless, and especially in the last year, of course, child safety and pet safety has been top of mind, and Health Canada has really helped us by basically restricting all cords on all products.
And I think that that's been a real surprise for a lot of people. A lot of my clients are shocked when they hear that that's actually happened, and then also wanting to know what's the alternative for that.
Well, anything that doesn't have any cords. So there's options for cordless lift. You know, it just glides nice and easily with your hands. It's nice not to have those old tugging ones and like you used to see. Of course, once you get into higher windows, then you start having to look at some kind of automation. So automated shades could be something as simple as this power wand system here. This is fairly affordable, very easy to charge, very easy to use. If you want to go a step further, there's of course the remote control shades that are also very easy to integrate with your phone, so you can have them scheduled to go up and down at certain times. You could be away in the Bahamas and, oh, I forgot to close my blinds. You can go into your app and close them. And some things that are sort of missing from the industry, of course, are the infamous bottom-up, top-down shades.
Just gonna say. I think people would like to go on the black market just to get them again.
Yeah, I know it's been a little bit challenging, but you know, the manufacturers are trying to find ways to try to keep something similar to this innovative product. And one of the examples here is basically replacing the top function here with a very clear shear.
So it just makes it so you can't put your hand through it.
That's the idea.
Strings are still there, but non-accessible.
You can't get to the strings, right? But this innovative clear view shear is fairly easy to see through. It does reduce the glare, so you can take in the view outside.
And this is a great option if you want privacy on the lower half, but still be able to see the sky outside.
Exactly, yeah. And if you really don't like the idea of a shear up top, we are working on some systems that do come with sort of the classic bottom up, top down, no strings, no shear, but there is a bit of a framework around the edge. So manufacturers are just sort of, you know, working on new innovations that are going to be compliant with Health Canada's new regulations. And I mean, a lot of these products here, they are national brands, but they're also our own private label products. So they do have our exclusive no questions asked warranty, you know, all of the great benefits that you would see from other budget blinds products.
And what I love too is that your consultants can really help everybody get the best fit for them, because there's so much product out there.
Yes, the best way is for us to come into the home, have a look at the windows. Are they high? Are they facing south? Are the neighbors right there? and then we can make some really good recommendations for them based on that.
Well, and I mean, the aesthetics are a huge part of it, but it really does come down to function as well.
Yep, function before fashion, as some would say.
Yes.
But whatever the needs are, we can certainly accommodate. There's still options out there. It's a little bit limited right now, but we can certainly find something for everyone.
Well, thank you so much for having us today,
Thank you for coming.
Go global with Newport Realty and Christie's International. The tranquil pink and white sand beaches are a perfect remedy for any weary traveler, where the dark blue Atlantic bumps right up to the aquamarine Caribbean Sea. This is the splendor of Golden Key, Eleuthera, Bahamas. The Bahamas has tax laws that make it appealing to investors. There are especially great benefits for American and Canadian investors. Key House is perfectly positioned on this gem of a beach and offers an amazing view of sunsets, each more breathtaking than the last. Beachfront perfection meets contemporary chic, completely renovated with quality materials and furnishings. 5 acres with 180 feet of beachfront and 5 bedrooms. This tastefully designed and decorated home is impeccably maintained. A gourmet cook's dream kitchen is open to luxurious living and dining spaces. Key House is the perfect gallery space for viewing Mother Nature's masterpiece. I'm Danny Vales, going global with Newport Realty and Christie's International.
Jordy, this is such a beautiful property. I love that you have all of these signature listings.
Amy, thank you. Well, I've got another one for you today that I know you're going to love. 100-year-old character home in the heart of Rockland, which really is one of my favorite parts of town. You've got these large estate-sized properties, but you're literally just minutes away from walking to downtown or the beach or other shopping. It's a real special part of town. And, you know, a home such as this really embodies what Rockland is all about.
What I love about this property that you wouldn't necessarily get from a new build or somewhere in a newer area is the mature landscaping. I feel like I'm in a park right now.
It's pretty special, isn't it? And as we walk around the grounds, we've got over 12,000 square feet here that you're really just going to enjoy. We've got some really old mature oaks that just give this incredible filtered light in the summer. And then of course, as their leaves turn, we get this beautiful sort of foliage all over the property. So just an incredible setting and a wonderful part of town.
There's a lot of potential depending on who the new buyer is, whether they love gardening or wanted a little bit more lower maintenance. There's so much here that they can do.
Very much so, and the current owners have really made an incredible, loving setting here, which you can see outside, and I'm really excited to show you inside as well.
Jordy, this home has so much character, yet the kitchen we're standing in is so high-end and just top of the line.
You know, haven't they done a great job of blending that original character and charm?
Yes.
As you came through the front door, you're immediately seeing all those period sort of details that we find in these older character homes. But what they've created here is a really special feeling of inviting a casual elegance, where you have this updated kitchen and a few finishings, but really retaining a lot of that original charm.
Those are things that you can try, but you just can't copy and replicate to this standard. It just has, it feels like it has a story to it.
You're right, it has a story, and it also has a bit of a soul, a real sort of, you know, warmth and inviting character to it, which really speaks to my clients. Just incredible people who really are inviting and as welcoming as the home is. So it's really fitting that they were able to pull off such a great melding of sort of, you know, that traditional character with that, you know, inviting, maybe that newer, modern sense of home, if you will.
And it really has all the luxuries for a family.
Absolutely. Over 2,700 plus square feet. You've got 3 bedrooms and a great office upstairs. Downstairs is a really great flex space for a university student or that older teen, and 3 bathrooms throughout.
That's what I love too about a home, is how everybody will use the space differently to suit their family and their needs.
Well, for my clients here, they've been in the home for over 17 years, and with their daughter who's just now in university, you can imagine the transition of starting with a young one all the way through to where they've left the home for university. So really that feeling of family that you get when you come in, it's because that was sort of, you know, really created by this family. They've just made this a wonderful home.
And it will just become a cool story for the new homeowners as
Absolutely.
well. Completely different for them too.
Different, and yet at the same time they're picking up that heritage and that lineage that was created there before them. So, and I can only imagine, prior to my folks getting home, the many families before that. And we're talking a 100-year-old home. So lots of history and lots of great memories, I'm sure.
Do you know any stories or any history about this home? I love to find out everything, all the backstory.
Aside from being well loved, there is one little quirk that my sellers did, and I think it's really neat. The address used to be on St. Charles, and because we're on the corner of St. Charles and Montgomery, they opted to have the address off Montgomery because there was a better lane access and has a bit more of cachet to it. So we'll actually see the old address in the sidewalk just off St. Charles there. So
that's so neat.
Neat little story for
And
you.
this is such a great neighborhood too, because Rockland has so much to offer. It's so rich in history.
Rich in history, and as you look across the street at the neighboring homes and lovely estates, you really get a sense of sort of that old charm that we saw turn of the century. These homes are just these beautiful tributes to a time gone by. And then of course we're just walking distance to downtown or the beach, parks, amenities. So again, one of my favorite neighborhoods by far.
Well, what I love is you have such a great relationship with your clients. You always share the best stories about what they're doing moving forward, where they've been, and you create this lifelong relationship with them.
There's a great base of relationship that begins with the process, and it's not just a transaction. This is a whole experience that's based on relationships, trust and honesty, and understanding the seller's or the buyer's needs, and then making sure that throughout the entire process, what's important to them is carried through right to the end, and of course after the sale as well.
And you really are a team, because there's all sorts of ups and downs in the industry right now.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're dealing with everything that's kind of coming our way, but maintaining what's important for our clients, put that at the forefront. The rest is details, and it really makes for a great, happy set of clients at the end.
Well, and you're the expert, and you've worked with Newport and Christie's International for so long. You have so much knowledge that you can really help them out. They're with you for life.
Well, we hope so. Thank you.